Okay, so for those who are going to start at the beginning, this is what I'm going on about is I had a major breakthrough just a moment ago. I'm sure nobody who's going to watch me knows me. I'm new to YouTube. I'm just starting, but I wanted to point this out because I can't believe it hasn't been invented yet. I have yet to find anything on it. I've done research. I've looked it up everywhere I could possibly think of. I haven't seen anything on it at all. Nothing even remotely near it. So, and I mean, it's so simple that nobody would probably ever think about it. You would think, oh, it's so simple. Somebody's probably already made it. But it's so simple that they probably thought that too. They moved on. you know so it's real simple. It's okay, say you got, I'm sure people have seen their moms vacuuming, and there's that one freaking thing they keep going over, like a string from a dog toy or something like that, in the carpet, right? I'm gonna draw a little sketch right here real quick. My drawing sucks. I mean, it looks like a messed up lawnmower. You get it, that's the vacuum. The handle's way up here. Okay, so in between this wheel and the wheel on the imaginary other side, there's the brush that spins around. Well, that brush doesn't always catch stuff. My invention is simple. It's a little plastic piece that attaches here like a small scoop that comes down just below the brush. So it's pretty much okay. When you get like nail polish on your nails and it's going away, and you use your nail and you scrape away at it. For girls, for guys, when you're sitting there eating something sticky like a donut or something, and you get that glaze that dries on your thumb, and you just kind of use your nail to like scratch it off, like paint. You scratch it off. You know, like a potato peeler peeling the skin. It just kind of glides just underneath the surface. That's what that's gonna do. It's gonna get just below the highest point of whatever carpet you have, and it's just going to press the carpet down as it goes along, just barely, just a little bit of pressure. That way, say if like right here, matter of fact, right here, this piece of string, say if it's like smeared into the carpet from days and days and days of walking over it, to eventually the point where the vacuum just can't quite pick it up. This thing's going to come along, just barely putting pressure, and it's going to end up pulling it right out of the carpet. And as it pulls out of the carpet, it's going to go up into that tray a little bit. The brush is going to catch it and pull it up into the vacuum. And I found the easiest way and the cheapest way to make this. I could probably make it at home with spare parts. I mean, it's real simple. It's plastic, like on a dustpan for a broom. It'd be pretty much taking one of those, putting a screw on either side. But like the little rubber caps on the bottom of the school chairs, school chairs, the little mushroom things on the bottom that we always mess with in class with our feet. You take one of those and you put the screw in the back of that. That way, when you fit the thing around the side of the vacuum, when you screw it down, it's just a pressure lock. That's all it is. As you screw the screw in, the thing wants to go out, but that screw is still holding it there. So it's a pressure lock. That's all it is. And that's all it is. It's a pressure lock. It's that simple. You put this little knob on it so that even old people, when they get arthritis in their wrist, they can just turn it a few times, tighten it down, and just go about it. You loosen it up, you pop it off, good to go. I mean, it literally slide, tighten, go, twist, loosen, slide, put it away. It's that simple. And nobody's ever probably thought of this. It's so simple. When something gets stuck in your carpet, first instinct is, oh man, now I'm gonna have to sit here and pry it out of carpet. Or if it's something sticky, then you think, oh, I gotta get a towel to soak it up. No, you don't. Use it like a squeegee. Go buy it. You can put it on really any vacuum or carpet cleaner. and I'm thinking about, doing it to where maybe not just, like a squeegee type deal, but adding little bristles that come just at a little bit of a deeper angle, just kind of like, okay, so here's the carpet. This is how the angle comes down on it normally, and then we just add little bristles, like a really tiny toothbrush, like a to-go toothbrush on the bottom. That way, as you go by, it not only scrubs, but it pulls up any dirt too that's already loose. So many different ways you could make that for different scenarios. So many different kinds. You could get ones where it's combo, where you can just exchange out the ends. It's the main base plastic piece, but you change it from squeegee to brush to whatever. It breakthroughs, man, breakthroughs. And you know how many stay-at-home moms and commercial companies that clean places would pay for something like that because it's so much simpler than taking this big bulky carpet cleaner, sitting there undoing like 3,000 little latches to take off one piece just to put another one on and do the 3,000 latches all over again. Doesn't need to be that hard, world. I mean, as sucky as it is, most of society nowadays is so stupid. I mean, take teenagers on Facebook all the time. I mean, even I know this is freaking stupid. I'm only 17, and I'm looking at them like, what are y'all, 5? Maybe it's just the way I was raised, but there's something not right about this society. People are talking like, I heard you were talking to my boyfriend and this and the other thing, and it's like, whoa, bitch, calm down. So she said hi, hope your day is going okay to your boyfriend. It's not like she said, hey, come jump down my panties. It's like, seriously, quit having a goddamn mental conniption because some chick talked to your boyfriend. Now, this is my friend telling me this shit. I said those exact words to her. I was like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Did she say anything sexual? Did she directly and verbally out loud, plain as day, try and hit on him? She said, no, but I could tell. I said, you can't tell shit. You're not that person. So I had this idea because it's simple, because apparently society, mental-wise, is going to crap. I'm sure some of you agree, some of you won't. It all depends on situations and how you view the world. Your opinion is your opinion. This is as simple as it gets, people. This is as simple as it gets. I mean, come on, a 2-year-old could draw that. And I had to draw with a freaking red magic marker dealio, Staples Durham Mark permanent marker. It's like a Staples off-brand giant red Sharpie. I mean, look, it's even got the angle thing like the teachers have. Going back to school. No, actually, I'm not even in school. I've been out of school for 2-3 years now. I left school in 10th grade, dropped out. Me and my mom moved, and we couldn't get back into this. I couldn't go back to school because they lost my paperwork. Oh, what a coincidence. So I am technically without a high school diploma or a GED or anything right now because they can't find my paperwork. So I'm kind of screwed. I was screwed by the system, so I'm screwing the system back. I might do another live about that after it's already happened and they can't do shit about it. That way I don't get in trouble. But let's just put it this way. I've found my way around certain parts of the system. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it, I guess you could say, to where I know exactly how it's going to play out. I'm doing like the whole freaking Sherlock shit right now, thinking like 10 steps ahead, trying to see every single thing that's going to happen. And so far, the only thing I have to worry about now is 3 or 4 years down the line, them finding out and trying to sue me or some stupid crap for falsifying identification or, just random stuff like that, But, more long term, but it'll still mess me up really bad if it happens. That's why I'm trying to put the final concrete down, make sure it's good. But I mean, I don't have a high school diploma. I don't have a GED. I just live my life day by day, and I came up with something so simple yet so genius like that. I mean, I know school is helpful for you, but sometimes you have to go insane and stupid to realize reality. Instead of dealing with all the drama and your friends and this and that. You know, when I went to school, I didn't have any friends. I had 4 bullies, which tried to be my friends at first. But I told them straight out, I don't want any friends. I don't want any enemies. I'm here to get my schooling done, get the fuck out, and live my life. Because think about it this way. When you graduate school, let me ask you something real quick. Do you really, really want to talk to those people for the rest of your life? No. Hell no. They've all done some stupid ass shit that I know you don't ever want to see or deal with again or even think about. When you leave high school, I guarantee you it's going to be nice knowing you. Split up. Everybody's going to go their own way. Yeah, you might have that one loyal friend that sticks around always, but most of the time, a few years go down the line and they end up going and doing their own thing anyways. Time changes people. As you mature, I've noticed myself, I'm a completely different person than I was when I was a kid. I mean, let's see. When I was 10 years old, I was 4'1", 4 foot. We'll just say 4 foot. I was 4 feet tall at the age of 10. I was short as hell compared to everyone else in my class. I weighed 165 pounds. I was borderline obese. Now, I barely ate ever. This was because I was taking antidepressant meds, Abilify, Klonidine, all kinds of ones that fucked me up all over the place. Turned me into a zombie. They say zombied out for a reason, because you're literally sitting there listening the whole time. 5 seconds later, now, what did I just tell you? Huh? You're zombied out. You can't keep focused because it makes you want to sleep 24/7. Now, I seem really energized right now. I seem really hyper, but I'm not. I'm just, I'm not hyper. I'm excited because this is the first thing that I've ever tried inventing that hasn't already been invented. I mean, every time I've ever tried to come up with an idea, I go to the store every time, like at least a week to 2 weeks later, there it is on the shelf. God damn it. Shit, that was such a good idea too. I mean, they got it selling for like $20-$30 a pop, and I'm sitting there like, oh, if only it was like a couple years earlier, man. Damn. Damn. So close. By like 5 years close. But this is the first, and I think this thing is so simple, but it could be so helpful that I could be selling that for $20-$30 a pop. It's a simple little piece, but there's so many. I'm sitting here thinking about all the different ways I could alter it or improve it and everything, and it's just bam, 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 bam. This one thing branches off to like 20 different. I mean, it's amazing how your mind can take one success, that one optimistic thought, and turn it into like 20 others. People, I just had a breakthrough, not just with my invention, but with life. If you think positively, if you try and you try and you try and you push past all that bullshit, and you just get what you need to get done, good things will happen. Yeah, you may need to deal with some idiot giving you a hard time, or you know, you get those jocks saying, "Oh, you're weak and I'm strong," and this and that and the other thing, you know, and blah 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 blah. You're just a little fat marshmallow like I had to deal with for 5 years of schooling. Doesn't matter. Are they here now? Let me see. Jason Naskowitz, Joseph Nieves, or however you want to pronounce it. Michael Fulton. No, they're not here. Do you see my point? Do you see my point? I'm 17, and I see this shit in everybody's face every day. Oh, I had to deal with this. Oh, I had to deal with that. I know your pain. Don't ask me how. I know how it feels to be shot, for crying out loud. I've never been shot. I mean, come close once, but I've never actually been shot, let alone shot at. Think of it this way. When you drop a dog in the water, what's its first instinct? To doggy paddle. Well, just like me, I just naturally know how certain pains feel. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I know. And what stresses me most about these kind of things is I can't do shit about it. I can't. I mean, there could be someone all the way over in Japan right now, and I'm sitting here in Florida, with beaches surrounding the damn state. Everybody thinks it's amazing. It's not. Let's see. Today is December 6th. Okay, so it's supposed to be winter. It's like 88 degrees Fahrenheit out there with like a 40% humidity. I go out on the back porch. I simply walk out the door, and I'm already fucking sweating balls, okay? Florida is not pretty. The only time it's pretty is January through May 20th, May 28th. And even then, it gets a little hot. That's more beach weather. When it actually cools off enough to be comfortable, like between 40 and 78 degrees, somewhere around there with a nice cool breeze, crisp air, that's January through May. May 1st. Like, my birthday is May 1st, ladies and gentlemen. My birthday is the last day of enjoyment in Florida. It kind of sucks. So, the day I turn 18 is the end of happiness in Florida. And I was born and raised here, so it's been 17, going on 18 years of torment and bullshit, and I am done. When I turn 18, I am moving to Juneau, Canada. Nobody knows where Juneau at because it's all the way on the west, about maybe 100, 150 miles north of Washington. Oh, I mean, it's in the middle of yeehaw, ding-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, middle of fucking nowhere, right on the ocean over there, on the ports, Let's see. How do you spell Juneau? I wrote it down somewhere in here, in the same book, because I already planned it out. It's spelled like the month of June, Juneau, Canada. Google map that. Now I'm leaving from Tampa International Airport to Juneau, Canada. Okay. Now you just look up the distance, whether it be flight or whatever. Just look up the car. Like you're gonna drive there. You click get directions for driving. See how many miles that is. It's a 12 to 23 hour flight, depending on how many layovers you have and where they're at. There is no straight shot because it's like over 2,500 miles. I mean, a straight shot, 2,500 miles on a plane. You're kidding, right? You're kidding. Yeah, we'd get about halfway there, and E means extra fuel, right? No. Yeah, we'd be dive bombing straight down. So, it's going to be a long flight. Luckily, though, if you use the simple biplanes, the most dangerous of them, I think. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm not necessarily specialized in aircraft cautions or cautionary or, warnings. It's about $300 to $400 for the ticket. Now, if you take like Southwest Airlines or Air Canada, one of the main, planes, like an actual, like go to the airport and go to Japan, one of those kind of planes, like an actual, like they have the first class, middle class, economical, not just you hop in the back with the seat and you see the two propellers spinning off and you go. Those ones cost about $1,200 to $1,500 just for the ticket. Yeah. So I got a bonus there. So not only do I get my own plane, but it's cheaper. Okay, so your carry-on bag is free. Your first checked bag is $25, and your second checked bag is $35. So all in total, I think just rounding it off with tax, 7 cents. So I added 10 for each part. I think it comes out to like $360, $380 with tax and everything added together, bagging and the plane ticket itself, to go from here to there. But I'm also going to be bringing shit because when I get there, I'm not going to have a house. I'm not going to have a car. I'm pretty much going there to live in the middle of the woods, shoot deer, eat jerky, and make a log cabin like they did in the what do they call them? The Thanksgiving people. You know what I'm talking about. See, this is why I need school, because I go to try and talk about something that sounds really cool, and I screw it up because I don't know the proper terminology. You know? Oh yeah, the Thanksgiving people. You know, yeah. Why not, dude? There's a dragon in my room. I'm just kidding. People are like, wait, what? Oh, that's not mine. Wait, that. Oh, damn camera, it's so confusing. It's like trying to comb your hair in the mirror for your first time. Like, or what is it? Yeah, it's like trying to comb the back of your head in the mirror. You don't know which way is which and shit. It's like, what the? Stop. Go that way. Doesn't work like that. Everything's backwards and shit. So, yeah, that. Let's see if I can get it right this time. That blade right there. Yeah, that thing. That is not mine, but it is awesome. It's a 4-prong, and then of course, as you can see, it's got like the 2 little wings on the side, and it is not brass knuckles, but stainless steel knuckles and blades. Now, put it this way, you stick it in, you twist, and you pull their guts out. Hence, I like to call it the gut wrencher. Now, let's say somehow the blade breaks off. You still got a nice fucking pair of brass knuckles right there with some blades on the sides to skull fuck somebody. Just wham! Done. Everybody's laying on the ground all fucked up. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I am also thinking about listing off my top probably 25, top 30 musical playlists. You know, all my music, whether it be rap, rock, whatever, just all of it. My whole, you know, I have my own little DJ list that I have going. I have my happy DJ, my sad DJ, and my I'm Gonna Murder You DJ. I literally have them listed by those names on the playlists. And, well, I'm sure you can guess the I'm Gonna Murder You one is when I'm really, really pissed off and I just really need to hear some death metal and some dude talking about shooting someone in the face on the street. I like fading. Sorry. So, I'm new to YouTube. Throw me a like or subscribe. I may not be, you know, real famous or some dude who's sitting at home with all this crazy equipment and everything, but I'll tell you what. I'm your everyday dude who happens to have a few cool things in his room that he prefers not to move because they're cool and he wants to keep them looking nice. And yeah, man, I'm just your every other guy trying to make other people's lives easier, help them gain inspiration somehow, give them something to look at other than stupidity. Although sometimes I will admit it is fun. It is really fun sometimes. But I think that we look at the stupidity because we're so used to it now. We see it every day. Some dude honks at some dude on the road, fuck you too, and then they speed off into an idiotic, you know, testosterone-fueled gas pedal lead foot, and, you know, and then it ends up in a wreck, or you hear about it later on, oh yeah, these 2 assholes were racing down the street, so I flicked them off and ended up joining them. Oh, that's real smart. It's just the way society is now. But anyways, yes, about the invention. Wow, I got really sidetracked there. Okay, so I don't rehearse for any of this, as you can tell. I don't rehearse. I don't practice. I don't look at my, you know, I don't write notes or nothing. I say it as I think it. That's just how I am. I don't have a filter. I've cursed already a few times. I try not to, but being raised in Largo and Clearwater around all the gang violence and everything, you tend to hear a lot of cussing, so you tend to accidentally end up cussing because it's easier to get in trouble for cussing and to blend in than it is to not be cussing and be a goody two-shoes and end up getting jumped or your ass beat or ending up in a ditch somewhere. So, oh yes, and we can't forget when you wake up. If you wake up in the ditch, you better hope you don't wake up in the ditch. That's all I gotta say. Because if you wake up in the ditch, then you know your asshole hurts, right? I mean, it's Largo. People who live in Largo call their own city Larghetto. You don't wake up in a ditch. You better just lay there and be dead. That's it. Luckily, I have not been there. Thank God. If there is one, I don't know if there is. I personally am Wicca. I practice Wicca. I listen to the trees and the winds and the spirits. The reason I say it like that is because that's how every other hypocritical asshole says it. But oh yeah, you get on your knees and start shaking your body like an idiot in church saying, "Praise Jesus." Oh yeah, but when I sit there calmly meditating and just listening to the wind blow across the leaves in a tree, you call me fucking crazy? Oh, bravo, that makes perfect sense. Oh yeah. See, the thing is with Wicca and Druid practicing, see, the thing is, there is really no god or goddess. There are gods and goddesses, but they're simply our way of making a humanoid figment picture in our head of the elements of Earth. There's the trees, there's the sky, there's the wind, there's the water, fire, the elements of the Earth individually, metal, stone, you know. It's how they pictured what they call gods and goddesses is how they pictured the energy of nature itself. You go to church, that's not the energy of nature, it's one God. We're only allowed to follow him. It doesn't sound like a god to me, it sounds like a tyrant. You ask me. I mean, look at all the shit going on down here. I mean, Trump got elected president, for fuck's sake. I wasn't on board for Hillary either, but let's face it, lesser of the two evils would probably have been Hillary. I mean, Trump, people were getting ready for war in other countries before he even got elected, hoping that he would get elected so they'd go to war. But if Hillary got elected, yeah, she's a bit of a fox. She's a bit of a spiteful little vixen, but I'll tell you what, she would have made it so that even if the war happened, she would have made it delayed. That way we would have time to prepare our troops more instead of just saying, oh shit, they're trying to bomb us, go over there and take care of it. Wait, what? Now? Yes, now go. You know, we don't have any weapons. We don't have a plan. We don't have this. Hillary's conniving ass would have came up with some crazy off-the-wall shit that would have been weird to everyone else, but it would have kept soldiers alive, most likely, because even the enemy would have been like, what the fuck is this kind of plan? This shit's... what? I don't know. You know, fucking... the hell is this shit over here? What are they... what? Wait. Rewind that. What the fuck did they just do? You know? But it would have gotten our men home safely because it would have been the most off-the-wall shit most people would probably ever have heard of. Yet it still would have been planned out like 3 steps ahead of the most common human mentality perspective, because she is so damn conniving. She's a damn snake in the grass. You don't easily see a snake in the grass. The only time you notice the snake in the grass is when it's striking at you. Hillary, you've seen her get angry. You see that fucking snake ready to just bah! You know? Another weird comparison, but that's just how I am. I see the world in different ways. Everybody has their own perspective on life. Saw this post on Facebook. It was 2 guys, 2, humanoid little stick figures, two people standing like this in front of... I'll just draw it. Okay. So this guy's standing here saying, and then this guy's standing here. Oops. I kind of fucked up his head, but just fix that with more circles. Okay. So this is what the Facebook post said, okay? It was... I gotta turn it so I make sure I get this right now, since I already messed up the dude's head. I mean, look at that. It's airheads and normal heads. Alright, so he's standing here saying it's a 6. Because how he says it sees it looks like a 6. But he's over here saying it's a 9. It's all in your perspective on life. So up here it says, it's a 9, it's a 6, and on the bottom of the post it said, perspective changes everything. That's another topic I want to point out today in society. Not most people get this saying to a degree, but what's right for you may not be right for me. Doesn't necessarily mean just because girls like dick in their ass doesn't mean guys like dick in their ass. It's not just plain as day like that. What it really means is, okay, so say one person think murder shouldn't be allowed at all. Like, even if, he murdered the dude's wife, the dude would be like, no, I'm not going to kill you. Murder's wrong. Doubt that would ever happen, at least to anyone with common sense, but, just as an example. But one other person could be like, yeah, let's go ahead and take all the motherfuckers who raped women, killed someone, dealt drugs to minors. Let's take all those people, and instead of using our taxes to pay for a jail cell, let's just spend one bullet each. It's so much cheaper, and we'll just put them all down. You guys want to act like animals? We'll treat you like animals. You guys going to act like rabid animals that are attacking people? We'll treat you like them. We'll put you down. I personally agree with this scenario. If you're going to act like some wild-ass animal going around shooting people, thinking you're a thug and this, yeah, no. Be a productive member of society or get the fuck out. That's how I see it. I don't mean get the fuck out of America. No. I mean get the fuck off of Earth. You can go ahead and die. We'll bury your body. Eventually that'll erode, so you won't even be here anymore. Just, where'd he go? I don't know. He just went ghost. I don't know. So, that's my perspective. Now, I also think that if a woman wrongly accuses a man of rape and tries to sue him for it and gets caught, and even after the guy has already been proven guilty and thrown in jail, if they eventually find out that she lied, I think he should be pulled out of jail, given a pat on the back, and apologized to by that woman while she is in tears, in handcuffs, to really make that a solidified result, and throw her ass in prison and see how she does with all them thug women and shit that like taking their fist and shoving it so far down her throat that it fucking cracks her Adam's apple. That, although violent it may sound, it pisses me off because I had a good friend of mine, church-going guy, real nice. Anybody, even if, it wasn't a dating thing, and it's sex without marriage, all that. He didn't really care for that rule. He liked this one girl. Turned out she was a total, excuse my language, total bitch. I'd rather say that than the C word. And she accused him of rape. He was a total guy. Even if, it wasn't love or dating, if, it was just friends with benefits, doesn't matter. If that person got sick, he would take the time out of his day to go and see that girl and help her get better. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, some of those guys out there, even if it's just sex, okay, so, yeah, sex is great. I'm not gonna lie. Sex is great. It feels amazing. So if someone can make you feel that amazing, if they're having a down day, you should go over and make them feel amazing. If you're a fuckboy, well then, that's the best way to start fixing that problem. Start caring about the women you sleep with, even if it's not love or dating, it's just friends with benefits. Start taking care of that girl. Start taking care of your responsibility as a man. You sleep with a woman, you better make sure she feels good. You better make sure she feels good, and not just sexually, but mentally, emotionally, physically. So, responsibility, respect, honor, integrity, and patience. These are the 5 things that I have changed myself to follow. Oh yeah, and don't fear death, but that's beside the point. I've already been through that. That's hell. So I might go into more detail about that whole story, but pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a 5. You know how they say patience is a virtue? Give yourself a 5 virtue cardinal rule setup. Mine is patience, integrity, honor, respect. I believe the last one was dignity or something or rather. I can't remember them all the time. They're always subconscious though. They're always back there, always programmed, because I've trained myself to, even if I don't remember the words all the fucking time, I've trained my body to act them out. I may not be able to say them, because, you know, actions speak louder than words. I can say fuck you all I want, but until I actually fuck the bitch, it doesn't mean anything, you know? Messed up as an example as that is, that's an example. So, in short, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a 5-way cardinal rule. Stick to it. I actually learned something today, as a matter of fact, something new real quick that goes with the 5-way cardinal rule. Speaking of numbers and rules and progression, not regression, sorry. I had a major blowout today. I had all this anxiety and anger built up, and hang on, I'll let you see this real quick. So I took my Xbox outside. It was having problems already anyways, and I hit the damn thing so hard on the concrete. I mean, I put it on the concrete, standing up, you know, on its side. And I hit it so hard with my fist that it literally, the metal actual Xbox on the inside of just, you know, the black plastic around everything, literally blew out of the plastic. And this is what's left of my hard drive. I have the adrenal gland disorder, to where my adrenal glands are not balanced. When I get mad, most people's adrenaline causes them to have 2 to 3 times the strength. I have 4 to 6. I weigh 150 right now, as of 5 minutes ago. Or 5 minutes before the video. I don't even know how long this has been going, but I'll try and speed things up. I'm sure it's been going a while. I weigh 150, but I can bench press, or no, I'm sorry, not bench press, deadlift. You'll have to look up a YouTube video on that. I'm not going to get up and explain it. I'm tired. It's about midnight here right now. So, I can deadlift 200 pounds. That's where I was going with that. I can deadlift 200. I weigh 150, but I can deadlift 200 pounds. I have a 210-pound uncle, and my back is stronger than any other part of my body, as I'm sure you can see. I pick him up, okay, like piggyback ride. I pick my 210-pound uncle up on my back, with his feet, you know, dragging across the floor, because he's taller than me, but, you know, besides the point, you know, his toes are just kind of like me. And I could walk him around the house and up and down the 2 flights of stairs in his 2-story house, you know, because the stairs were like this. It was like this. There was the front door and the platform area right here, and then there's another set going up in the living room area and the kitchen. And I could walk him up the stairs, down the stairs, and up the stairs again, and then I'd do a lap around the kitchen and back in the living room, and I'd put him down. I'd be perfectly fine. I could probably go about 1.5, 2 times, and then I'd be like, all right, give me a break. My shoulder's a little sore, you know. But that's not deadlifting. Deadlifting, it's all from the waist up, really. I mean, you have to use your thighs to actually do the first part of lifting, but after that, it's you stiffen your core, you grab the bar, you pull it up, and you raise it above your head. That's all shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, you know, you got to use your pec muscles when you hold it like this, lest you drop it too low and you get pinned. And you have to use part of your pec muscles right here, those right there, to actually hold it steady to a point to where you can push up. Okay, and once you get it up, holding it there is the inner thighs, the outer tries, and your laterals right here, your lats, or the cobra is what they call it. That's that outside area that makes people look like they got the big old cobra flap on them big steroid dudes. So there's those. And then, of course, when you're holding it at your waist, when you're lifting with your thighs, it's all forearm because you have to grip the bar. You don't want to use your bicep then. That's the trick. You don't want to use your bicep there. You want to let your arms hang dead, but you focus most of the tension right here in your traps. You use those tendons right there to kind of keep the weight balanced, and you just hold the bar with your hands. And then when you go to lift is when you bicep, bicep, and lift. But that's that. But yeah, I can deadlift 200. I weigh 150. So considering I can deadlift 200, when I'm pure rage and adrenaline flowing, I could probably deadlift 250, 260 tops, I'd say. But considering I can lift that much pissed off with adrenaline, that's like lifting straight metal weights. Imagine how hard I could hit you with no weight on my fist. It's just pure speed and hatred going right at you. That is what most people don't think about in fights is, okay, so if this dude can lift this much, that must be as hard as he can hit. No, it's not. When people get into a fight, their gut instinct, their primal urge is fight or flight. Now, if they stay in fight and they don't run away, they're fighting. And that the adrenaline glands, bing, 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 primal instinct for survival is hooked up directly to them via interwire, like a direct wire link, man. You go into that fight or flight instinct, those adrenaline glands kick in, sharper sight, faster hearing, faster senses, meaning you can see attacks coming faster, you can attack harder and faster. It's pure survival in its physical form and its chemical form. Adrenaline is a chemical for your body. Most people know that, but they don't realize that it's just a chemical. It's not necessarily a fluid made from your body, that makes everything stronger and faster. No. It is actually a chemical substance that your body creates. And did you know if you are exposed to adrenaline for too long, it can actually hurt you. It can cause heart problems. That's why your body doesn't constantly have adrenaline going on. It's only in the severe moments. Those you gotta be able to choose in a snap whether you're gonna run or fight, whether you're gonna punch or you're gonna dodge. Those snap decisions are only when the adrenaline kicks in. The reason that is because it can actually harm your body if it's exposed too long. See, the problem is with adrenaline, though, also, once that fight or flight thing wears off, man, that's why I love fighting, because once it's all over, oh, man, you sleep like a baby. That crash after adrenaline, man, whoo, whole nother level. Any boxers or heavy exercisers, like runners, that they get that running high, or they can run forever, but the moment they stop and they lay down, they're, you guys know what I'm talking about. Whole nother level of sleep. I mean, you feel like you're dead for about 4 hours. You wake up and you're like a brand new baby. Hey, sunshiny day. Oh shit, I'm probably gonna sleep like that tonight after that blowout. I mean, that was a small one for me, but damn. Just so you guys know, that actually is an Xbox piece. Let's see if I can find any parts. Yeah, here's the cord. Standard Xbox 360 cord. That's the only thing left of it that's still good is the damn power cord and the HDMI cord. Oh, I could show you guys the console. Hold on. You guys are gonna love this shit. Y'all gonna be like, damn. Alright, here you guys go. This is my Xbox. After blowing it completely out of the case, there's the power button. Oh, I fucked this thing all up. Oh, you guys have no idea. I mean, there's the power cord area. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah. This was one punch. Right there, you see it? Yeah, there you go. That's the finger line. Yeah, see? One punch, ladies and gentlemen. One punch. This bend down here isn't from a punch. That's from me throwing it in the garbage can. That's different. That's just from dropping it and it bent a little bit. But one punch, and I mean the whole plastic case, you know, where it has Xbox on it. I mean the front panel, the back panel, everything, other than the pure electronics inside itself. All that plastic on the outside for make it look nice, you know, the gray and black or the white part of the Xbox with the lights. Blew straight the fuck off. I mean, it didn't just pop off. I mean, it snapped straight off, all of them. Here's a piece right here. Fell off. So, and the whole time I enjoyed it. I mean, I skinned my knuckles. But not from that. No. That was just a one hit and it just got a bruisey sensation. No. I bruised my knuckles doing this. You see all those white marks on there? Those aren't, you know, crease. Those are creases, but they're not from simply stuff sitting on top. Oh, no. This is from me sitting here like this, laying into the box. I mean, you got ones on the side. I don't know how you can see that. Hang on. Got ones on the side. I mean, I broke the handles off just from hitting it. I broke the handles off. I lost my shit earlier today, like, about ready to go to prison for murder. Lost my shit, and oh my god, I feel so bad about it too because I've held myself together and resisted my anger for like 2 years now. I haven't had any problems. I've been quiet as a mouse, just doing my own thing, and just today it hit me like a hammer, just wham, right in the heart, man. All I could do was resist seeing black and go punch the crap out of something hard, and a bunch of times, or I would have probably ended up turning this house into like cottage cheese with a bunch of holes and everything in the walls. Not only that, but I had to resist the temptation of certain things in my room. That might have actually been a little bit of fun, but yeah. I'd rather not have to deal with cuffs and explain that to cops. Why the fuck were you swinging a long sword around in your house? Because it was fun? You're fucking crazy. I know, right? I looked at the cop and be like, let me tell you what. If you were pissed off and you were bored and you were in some house and you didn't care what happened to that house, tell me this. Completely ignoring the fact that it wasn't my house or, you know, there are people living there, whatever. If you could destroy a house with a longsword just for the pure rage-filled fun, you could. Would you do it? Cop would be like, yeah, probably. I'd be like, see? I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't sound like fun. I mean, taking a big-ass hammer, that's one thing, but you take a freaking sword and demolish a house, that's a whole nother level of demolishing, man. You're gonna sit there, whooching, just tearing away at the drywall and the 2x4. By the end of the day, that sword's gonna be dented and the blade's gonna be dull, and that shit's gonna be so fucked up. You're gonna be like, was that even a sword at one point? You're gonna look at it and be like, oh, not anymore. It's not. Now it's something else for me to chuck. But I know I seem like a goofball, and I don't know. You know, a lot of YouTubers try and keep it general. You know, like they're not even talking to somebody; they're just kind of talking about it. I'm not like that. I'm more personal. I like to be able to put it out there as if I'm actually talking to you. Now, occasionally I will specify, say if there's only one person watching this, I'm not necessarily speaking directly to you. Whoever else watches this, I'm speaking to them too. But I want the person watching and listening to really understand that even though I can't see you, even though I can't hear you, even though I may not even know who the fuck you are, where you came from, whatever, that I want you to know these things so that you can make a better part of society. How do you say it? Oh, there goes my necklace again. How do you say it? Our era, as the old people say it. Your era is the one that's gonna fix all our fuck ups. Yep, actually that's correct, but we're also gonna make some of our own. What I think people need to do is stop thinking about what they need to worry about in the future, even if it's only for a minuscule second, and look at our past. What do we see as the United States of America, as our past united together as one? What have we accomplished? We've had scientific breakthroughs on medicines, yes, but where did those medicines even need to come from in the first place? War, hippies, AIDS. No offense to gay people, I have nothing problem with y'all, but just saying that the facts are the facts. I believe that's where AIDS came from, was through man-on-man intercourse. Ugh. So, with that thought out of my head, moving on. All of our accomplishments, a lot of our accomplishments, not necessarily all of them, but a lot of them came from a painful negative background. We need to change that. We need to start looking for good things before bad happens and we need them. We need to stop looking for them last minute and have them ahead of time. And the whole medical marijuana thing, I know that's a big topic right now, so I'm going to go down that path real quick. As far as I know, as far as I've experienced, it all depends on how you use it. It can be beneficial, it can be used as a medical, or it can be used as a crutch and a drug. I think marijuana is one of those things that can be considered both a medicine and a drug at the same time. And I know medicine and drugs are the same thing, and go to the drugstore to get your meds, but I mean a drug like an addictive part of your life that you do just because it makes you feel better about the shit that you have to listen to, or this and that. I don't know. I think medical marijuana should be used to help cancer, help, autism, things of that nature, ADHD, ODD, Tourette's, all that stuff. Me personally, I had ADHD. It's just ADD now. I have the squirrel brain thing, as I'm sure you've noticed. I mean, a minute ago we were talking about inventions, now that I think about it. But now we're talking about medical marijuana. Like, how did we transfer between things? All I know is 1 minute I was talking about inventions, the next minute it's life, and then the next minute it's, what was it, a history class? And now I'm talking about medical marijuana. But actually, I think this is a good topic. So I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going through all the shit that I can think about until I finally run out of ideas, or I'm just ending up talking in circles, and then I'll sign out. And whoever sees the video eventually will see it. Because at this current point in time, it's showing me as 0 views. So I feel kind of lonely. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to my computer right now, and it's not talking back. It's not talking back. I'm so lonely. So, yes, that's real, ladies and gentlemen. Just everybody asks me, is that real, or is that like an overgrown sticker? No, that's real. My cousin Brian Beedling gave me that. He works at the Blue Lotus Body Emporium and Permanent Makeup in Holiday, Florida, on Mile Stretch Road. I don't know the exact address, but he is my cousin. He is amazing at what he does. If I get a little closer, then you can probably see it. It's a Taurus running out of the flames of oblivion. Some people see flames, other people see stones, like he's jumping out of the stone of my chest. But I like to see as the flames of oblivion, you know. The black pit of fire known as oblivion. But medical marijuana. Back on track, brain. Back on track. Okay. So, I think it could be beneficial to a lot of people. But what the government isn't trying to figure out is how to make it to where the few bad apples don't ruin the bunch. I mean, sure, there's going to be lots of bad apples if you consider the entire U.S. connected, which is how the government usually runs things. But if you take it city by city or even state by state and you compare the entire population of that state compared to the bad apples, I'm pretty sure you'll find more people, even if they are bad apples at that point, I'm pretty sure you'll find more people willing to stop being bad apples. Because everybody has a heart. I don't care if you're some bad motherfucker who killed 100 people in prison for 25 years in there, maybe life, and you had a death sentence, and you somehow survived that shit and got out. You know, I don't care who you are. Depending on circumstances, people can have a heart. When they don't have a heart when they should is usually when they have to put their own property and money or whatever, you know, they're putting their own necks on the line. If they can just put their opinion out there and have it make a difference, most people will speak up and change. Even if it's by a little bit. If they know they only have to change a little bit and it will help the world as a unit, people would be jumping on board, I guarantee it. But the problem is the government's not giving that options. It says either you listen to the rules or you don't. There is no flip-flopping back and forth. Well, how about you give the people who aren't following the rules the option to flip to following the rules? You know, kind of like probation. I know the people who are like that aren't going to like me for this, but, you know, have the government watch them, you know, limit them for a while, and if they continue to stay out of trouble, bump them up to normal status. You know, it's simple process of elimination. They fuck up more, you take it away. They fuck up less, you give it back. But they keep fucking up, you keep giving it back, keep taking it away, keep giving it back, keep giving it away. Lose it permanently. Same thing with licenses, same thing with prison. You keep getting sent to jail and getting out, eventually they're just going to say, fuck it, you keep screwing up, you're in there for life. Done. So, make shit simple. If you're going to run this country, you know, I think people don't realize as screwed up as some of the courts are, you know, sometimes they do have their points. And I don't want to get anybody's bad side. You know, everybody's story has their own. And there's a few times I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I did do something stupid, and that's how I ended up there. So I was trying to hide, and if that person got caught, and they saw me there and say, hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. Or 2 parolees, 1 house. So, you know, it was my own stupidity. And to be honest, I've been to JDC 3 times for 21 days each. Survived each time and always came out top dog each time. But I learned. Why live like an animal if you're just going to end up in a cage? When you can live like a productive human in society and have everything you want. Yeah, you're going to have to eat shit to work your way back up to the food chain. You're going to have to go back from worm to lion. But once you reach that lion, as long as you don't start attacking the other lions or their cubs or whatever, you know, the small just under the lion or at your equal level, as long as you don't go after prey just as strong as you or stronger than you don't have problems. You live by the rules, you live by the codes. Shit, man, go buy a fucking Lamborghini for all I care. That's your choice. Just make sure you can pay for it. Don't be stupid and wreck it. Say, oh, I got all this money, let's buy a Lamborghini, get drunk and wreck it into a telephone pole. And then realize, oh shit, my bank account's at $0.00 or negative 2,000, you know. don't be stupid either. Follow the laws, follow a code that you set for yourself. And I guarantee you, as long as you stick to a code that you personally can completely agree with, and even if it's not a very big change at the moment, work that change up. My mom's boyfriend's mom told me about this today. I call her Aunt Vicky or just Miss Vicky. She told me this today after my blowout. I went and talked to her. Nobody was home. She'd gotten home afterwards and saw the Xbox punched across my room and the Tupperware beat to hell. She pulled me outside. I had a cigarette. Yes, I smoke. And she said, "So what happened?" I said, "I don't know. It hit me like a hammer in the back of the head, just out of nowhere. I just needed to demolish things because all of a sudden, I don't even know where it came from. The sudden rage washed over me, and I had to beat the crap out of everything I could to prevent from blacking out and ending up beating up just anything in the house." So I learned to, when I get to those points of the past, I learned to, even if it's not the best thing, I direct my energy to destroying one of my own pieces of property. That way I don't end up having to pay for others. So, like, if I were to punch a hole in this wall right now, not only would she come beat down my door and then beat my ass, because I'm not going to hit her back, that's just wrong, but then she'd make me not only pay for the mud stuff, it's like a little concrete mix that you use to patch the hole, but she'd make me pay for the paint to paint this whole damn room again. No, not just the one wall, but the whole freaking room. Because once you do one more layer on this wall, they all look just slightly off because this wall has one more layer of paint than the others. So you have to balance everything out all over again. And she'd make me pay for every goddamn penny of that. I know she would. I mean, I could have had a sniper laser on me, and he said, "If you don't punch a hole in that wall, I'm going to blow your damn brains out." And she'd be like, "Well, you punched a hole in the wall, now you got to pay for it." Ain't shit I can say about it either because she is my elder. I'm not going to lie, I don't like some of the things that she makes me do sometimes. You know, I don't like some of the things that I have to do sometimes, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Do what you have to do to survive. Even if you don't like that, even if you'd rather spit in a maggot and have it spit it back in your mouth. I mean, that's pretty gross, but if it's that bad to where you'd rather do that than whatever it is you're being asked to do, ask your parents, is there anything I can substitute with that? If they say no, just grit your teeth, put on a fake smile, and say, "Okay, no problem." I guarantee you after a while, they'll be like, "Okay, this person, she or he, she or he, I'm going to go with he on this one. He's being responsible enough to take care of his chores. Maybe we'll throw a few on there if he wants so he can get extra allowance or whatever, or maybe a new video game at the end of the month or, something like that." Your parents see you improving. Yeah, it's going to make them want to give you more chores. But guess what? More chores means more of a chance for them to impress you with your responsibility, or you impress them with your responsibility. Meaning you take on more than one chore and you keep doing good, so they stack on a third. And they stack on a fourth, and they stack on a fifth, and you keep this up till you're doing half the work around the house, and then you point it out to them like, "Hey, I'm doing half of the shit around the house, and what do I get? A measly game at the end of the month?" Then they're like, "Yeah, that doesn't seem fair," and then they bump up your pay grade. Same thing with jobs. You just have to be more polite about it. You start doing more, you start doing it more productively, more quickly, more efficiently, and better looking, depending on what the job is, whether it's cooking, food industry, or construction. You make the job look neat, you get it done quickly, efficiently, and properly, and you start getting more things done. You start adding up the experience and learning how to do things faster and better, and you just keep doing more and more until you get so high up the food chain, and you're like, you just come and talk to them. You don't even ask, you don't say nothing about a raise, you don't say nothing about how much you're getting paid, you just come up to them and be like, "So how did I do this week?" And you do that for a few weeks. You keep asking them how you've been doing, make them really think, wow, he's actually been He's been doing half of the shit that like 10 of my other guys would take a week to do in like 3 days, you know? And they're like, you know what? Pay grade. There you go. Upgrade. So, you know, that's life 101. You deal with the shit, you grit your teeth and bear it, you make your way past all the bullshit, and eventually good things will happen. You gotta know how to make the system work for you and don't work for the system. My friend Roberto taught me that. He didn't even teach me how to do it. He just told me the phrase and I had to figure it out on my own. It's don't work for the system. Learn how to make the system work for you, but making the system think that you're actually working for it. It's like chess. You make the enemy think he's winning, but in reality, you're just letting him eat right out of your hand. Oh yeah, that spot's open. Yeah, take that one. Oh, there's your king, your queen, your knight, everything. Wipe the board with the fucking system. Take everything it has to offer. And in the end, you could end up be doing this much work. This much work. You could be retired, have a 401k, all this other shit that is amazing. You could be one of those old guys with like 2-3 million in the bank. Not shit to do. Drive around in your fucking Lamborghini and listen to Bob Marley with your wrinkly ass, pulled up to your chin, strapped with a belt, jeans and shit. I don't care. You did all of that shit in life. You put up with all of that as horrible as old people drive. If you saw an old dude in a Lamborghini with big black, shaders on, listening to like Eminem or Tech Nine or some shit, and he suddenly went from 0 to 100. Speaking of rap, 0 to 100 in that fucking Lamborghini, real quick. Wow, man. Okay, so no more listening to rap for me. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, damn, get it, old man, yeah. You're not gonna be like, what the hell is an old man driving a Lamborghini for? No, you're gonna be rooting his ass on to get that bitch to 200 instead of 100. Go faster, yeah. So at the end of life, and everything people work towards, everything people do, everything we all do as a unit, everything has an impact on everything. Whether you like it or not, whether it's good or bad, it always has an impact. And a lot of people don't think of the ripples. They just think of what the effects are going to be directly to them. They don't think about when they get hit and the ripple sends off, who else it's going to hit. That ricochet, who's it going to hit? Nothing in life can permanently knock you down other than death. Death, that's you're done. But when you get hit with like a lawsuit or something like that, nothing really permanently puts you down. It just puts you in a tight spot to where you have to find that little itty bitty pinhole and squeeze your fat, 1/4-inch thick ass through that little itty bitty pinhole. It's not that easy, but it is possible with enough lube. And by lube, I mean, the right people, you get the right connections, you start fixing your shit, whatever caused you that problem in the first place. You get 1, 2, and 3. You get your 3-way lube going, right? Sounds so wrong, I'm sorry. But you get that lube going, right? That pinhole ends up being like 1 inch. Better yet, they get 2 inches. Ah! That way you have 2 paths you can take now, not just one itty bitty little tiny path. You step 1 inch off that path and your ass is grass. No. You have 2 big ass paths where you have a little bit of stretching room. You can just weave your way through both of them if you wanted. Choose one, take the other, pop it over and over, Just boonka doonka 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 doonk. It's wow, man. There's that's another thing I've talked about on my other two YouTube channels. I'm planning on deleting those soon because I think I have one subscription on one of them, and it's kind of a cheat. I subscribe to my own channel on my other channel, you know. So I'm gonna delete those because they're an embarrassment. So yeah. And trying to collect my thoughts here. Oh my god, I got like 4,000 things rolling through my mind every second of every day, and it's so hard to filter the bullshit. Oh my god, it gives me a headache. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? As legal as fuck as this may be in Florida, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette on a live feed. So guess what? All of these, by the time you get here, it's just gonna be gone anyways. So I doubt they're even worried about it. I'm pretty sure they're smart enough for that. Yeah, it's gonna take us like half an hour to get there. By the time we get there, he's gonna be done, gone, and went to bed. I mean, it's 11:48 p.m. right now. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's like midnight almost. Oh my god. Somebody damn near locked. Fucking people, man. That's all I gotta say. Fucking people. Fucking people. Arrgh. Fire bad. I look scary as fuck. It's like a horror show. Nah. Oh yeah, and I am not actually blonde. I have jet black shiny hair. But I tried to dye it, and the dye didn't stick, so now I'm blonde. Because, shit sucks. Shit sucks, man. As long as you don't suck on shit, I'm fine. Yeah, shit sucks, just don't suck on shit. Okay. Wait, what? I don't know. What did you say? I don't know. Yeah, I'm slightly crazy, everyone. Just so you know. I mean, I hate to call myself that. I honestly think that only proves just how fucking crazy I am. I call myself crazy all the fucking time, and I laugh about that shit. It's funny, man. Because nobody really knows what crazy is. If you looked into my mind, I think you'd be pretty fucked up. If anybody's seen Sausage Party, that was fucked up, but I've thought of worse. I've thought of some crazy LSD acid trip kind of shit like that before, but it was way worse than that. Talking about like cows throwing up humans, and then a dog running them over, and then their brains splatter out, and then you get the cows looking up the brains, and then they poop out humans, and then those humans get run over. Cow looks up those brains, ends up puking humans, and it's just that endless cycle of fucked up God knows what. Yeah, that's just one random one that just happened off my head now, just as an example. And then there's ones of how I can slowly torture and kill people, which isn't normal. It's not very healthy either, but it's there nonetheless. So, okay, so take it this way. Do I have it on me? No, I don't. Okay, well, anyways, you take this itty bitty little razor blade, like the box opener razor blades, right? And you just make this itty bitty little paper cut. And you just make like 20 of them along your cheek, so small that you touch them and it's not too bad because it has that skin flap over it. Then you hang the person upside down to where the skin flaps like a cup, okay? And you pour lemon juice mixed with salt all over their face. Ooh, buddy. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, you could take a needle and pierce their nose and stick them through their lips, like they have in Africa, like that and like that. As you're pouring down that lemon juice mixed with that salt, whoo, that's some fucking torture. I know, I've tested it on myself. Not necessarily, piercings and the cuts, but I gave myself, on accident, a little paper cut one day, and I was like, well, it's there, might as well test something out. I took 2 drops of lemon juice, and a little pinch of salt, shook it open this little shot glass, right? And I poured it on there. Oh my god, this little itty bitty paper cut caused me so much pain, my hand was shaking. So imagine that on your face and in your lips and your nose and shit. Oh, That's worse than pepper spray, man. So, to anyone who's watching my live feed, considering it's almost midnight, that's, yeah, undoubtedly 0 viewers. Thank you for watching whenever you do happen to watch this. And God bless, or may the God and Goddess of Father Moon, or blah 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 blah, Father Sky, Mother Earth, or whatever, I don't know. Any Wiccan people out there know what I'm talking about. I'm all foobar right now. People don't know what that is. That's the same thing as saying I'm all jumbled and shit up here right now because I'm fucking tired. I'm all like, right is left and left is right. I mean, left is left and right is right. Okay. Now, where the heck am I? Oh, they're underneath my computer. So, no. I'm out of papers. Damn, I was gonna roll a cigarette too. That's okay. I have my tobacco pipe. Or well, it wasn't used for tobacco today, but there's still one missing. Cool. Alright. Bowl piece. Tobacco. Yeah. Let's try this bitch out. So not only will I have nicotine, but I'll have a little bit of THC going too. That's one bonus to not being in high school, so you don't have to worry about going to school with the munchies. Nah, you just get the fuck up and go in the kitchen and see what the fuck there is. That's easy and on hand. Even if it's cold pizza or half frozen strawberries in the freezer. You find something to eat and you eat that shit. You hungry. I don't know if anybody has Netflix, but the way my mind works when it comes to murder and crime scenes, someone should look up the TV series on Netflix called Spotless. It's an after crime scene cleanup guy who ends up in the mob, and this dude is totally like me in a crime scene, but see, that's the thing is I don't leave blood or anything. I put plastic fucking everywhere if I were to do some shit like that. Make it look like a damn butcher's room, even the plastic flaps on the door and everything. All you gotta do is pick up the plastic. House is spotless. There's no hair, no nails, no. Everything's taped with duct tape and electrical tape together, so there is no small little hole where everything's gonna get there. No. That shit is sealed tight. It's like literally doing the murder in a plastic bag. Everything is contained in that little plastic bag. You just fold it up and get the fuck rid of it. You can burn it, or you can, bury it somewhere out in the middle of fucking nowhere, or of course you can fill it with rocks and whatever leftover body parts, and you just dump it down in the middle of the international waters. Oh yeah, I've thought this shit through plenty of times. I haven't done it, but I know how. Yeah. A little bit of the resin popped through the. Oh, come on, light, damn it. It's the damn fan. There's not the fan. The wind. There's a draft. Un momento. There we go. Good to go. So now that I have my little Sherlock pipe here, because mercy, mer. Hang on. Damn thing. Mercy, mer. Got my little Sherlock pipe here going. There. I see. Hang on. I gotta grab my stash of tobacco real quick. Tobacco. Or it's not even really a stash. I got a cup of tobacco over here that I got one of those bags of rolling tobacco. Or pipe tobacco. Just so y'all can see I'm not bluffing over here. Don't tell me I cleared that shit already. Not quite yet. There you go. Now y'all can see what the fuck's real. Get the tourist nose. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. S'il vous plaît. I know a little bit of a bunch of different languages. See, ladies and gentlemen, another thing. I've been going on for probably way over an hour by now, but I don't give a flying fuck. I'll probably sit here and talk till 7 o'clock in the damn morning. I'll get a few people to start watching and then sign off because they're tired or some shit. Like, I'll have like 5 people come and go before I sign off. I'll make that a bet right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, my next point is, even if you don't know, like you don't master a topic, you don't know everything there is to know about chemistry or biology or algebra or geometry or whatever, even if you don't master one, if you know a little bit about a lot, it can push you farther than knowing everything about one thing but nothing about everything else. I've personally found that knowing a little bit of everything but not everything in general, I mean, nobody can know everything. I mean, think about it this way. Do you know who was alive exactly 2 seconds ago but is dead now? Unless you just killed that person. No, you don't. So, you can completely master the art of biology, but you could know nothing about fucking algebra or nothing. I mean, nothing about how to cook ramen. I mean, you master one thing, but you don't have any room left up here to master another, because although the human has enough capacity to live for thousands and thousands of years and hold all those memories. We only use 10% of our brain, and we only live, what, maybe 100 years tops, and that's if we stay inside, we eat right, we work out, and we were safe. There's no fun in that. I don't measure years by how long we live. I measure how many years I was alive by what I did in those years. That's how I measure life. I don't measure it by the number of years, but what I did in those years. So, hang on. I'd also like to give every other YouTuber, if you're a YouTuber, give me a shout out if you got, a few hundred or a few thousand subscribers or likes or watchers, trying to give me a shout out. I know this shit's like the mom and dad talk, believe me, but I plan on doing some stupid shit soon, like maybe take a video of myself literally just chucking a log across my lawn just because, just because, or maybe I'll have my mom's boyfriend come out and play catch the log with me. This is our workout routines. We'll literally chuck the log, and we gotta catch it, hold it to our chest, go up once, go down, chuck it back. There went the bowl piece. Luckily, it's metal. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. Now I gotta find this son of a bitch. Where'd you go? Come back to me. No. Okay, tracking skills 101. That part is moving. It should not be moving. Meaning, some bitches right there. Bingo. They gotta know how to track shit. Found it. So this is what I lost right here, and it just sits right on the top. So yeah, it auto cleared everything for me. I don't even have to clean it out or nothing. It got rid of everything in there for me. I gotta sweep out here tomorrow anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. But I mean, half of the people in the household here smoke, so it's not like anybody's gonna question why there's ash on the floor. So I'm sorry I'm not talking much right now, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are just sitting there watching me smoke. I've barely had any nicotine today. Nicotine is, for those of you who've never smoked or never quit or never tried to quit, this shit is so addicting. It's so hard to quit. I mean, I can barely go 2 hours without this shit, and I'm ready to rip someone's throat out. I mean, it's that addicting. Like, you don't have it for more than an hour or two, and you're like, I would kill 100 people for one cigarette right now. That's how addicting this shit is. I mean, no joke. I have actually said that to my mom before. I said, Mom, can I have a cigarette? She's like, how bad do you want? I said, I would probably kill you and 99.9% of any other human that came in front of me right now just to get a fucking cigarette. Just one cigarette. She's like, damn. I said, she said, how long you been without a cigarette? I said, about 2.5, 3 hours. She said, surprised you haven't murdered me yet. And I was like, yeah, please. She's like, just don't do it in front of me. Nigga. First thing I did is I took that shit and I ran down the street. Lighting that bitch when I was running. Oh yeah, nicotine. So, oh, by the way, for any girls out there who are looking for a boyfriend or guys who are looking for a girlfriend, I plan on starting like a whole this dude's single and this chick's single who's interested type of dealio on here. I don't like drama, but I thought it'd be interesting, maybe make YouTube date friendly, like it's all about videos and shit, so why not? I don't know. It's still a work in progress up here. I'm still trying to figure out the details, but I'm sure some of y'all have an idea of what I'm talking about. So, oh my god, speaking of YouTubers, ladies and gentlemen, so Sir Schizo, I don't know if anybody's heard of him. Somebody ought to look him up. Nerd rapper, nerd raps on Omegle, or I'm sure some of y'all know what that site is, Omegle or whatever. This dude, his name is Sir Schizo. He's actually a famous rapper, and he dresses up and looks like a total nerd. I mean, tape on my glasses and everything. And he raps to these random ass people on Omegle to try and shock them. Like this one girl does this rap, and I could tell she's trying to be gang affiliated. She's throwing up signs and shit, and she's like, she was all right. She was a little slow spitting them, and then she was like, all right, your turn. He started spitting shit like damn near as fast as like Eminem when he first shot out, like shit just whap 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 one after the other. Her face, she was like, she got bug eyes. She was like, oh my god. She was like, whoa. She was like, holy cow. He's like, so you think I'm any good? She's like, yeah. You think I should keep going, keep practicing? She's like, wow. Oh my god, this shit was crazy. Some of these people's reactions, man, it's hilarious. Y'all should definitely check him out. Look up Sir, just pretty much YouTube Sir Schizo prank rap. There you go. Nerd prank. Nerd rapper prank. There you go. Sir Schizo nerd rapper prank. For those of you who don't make it to this point in the video, I will definitely put that in the comments. Check this out, and I'll write how you spell it as well. For those of you who don't know any Spanish, any French, any German, or any Japanese, although you may watch anime, you may not be able to catch which words mean what. I don't know a lot of any of those languages, but I do know a little bit, like how to say please, thank you, you're welcome, come in, have a seat, that kind of stuff. Just everyday little words and phrases that you can piece together for those kind of languages. I probably know more Spanish than I do anything because of the fact that in Florida there are a lot of Spanish people, Hispanics, Mexicans to be exact. Now, Donald Trump wants to get them all the hell out. I don't think that's a good idea. I think he wants to just deport them all. Legal, illegal, all of them, gone. I don't think that's right. The ones who have paid their taxes, come in here the legal way, getting their green card, studying America, and took the oath, I think those ones should be able to stay. The ones who used gang routes and human trafficking and stuff like that to get in here, even if it's to see their family, don't take the shortcut. I know it's hard not seeing your family. Believe me, I've been away from my family for a long time before too. I mean years. But don't take the short route, because the short route means a short-lived experience. Meaning you take the short route and it's only going to last a short amount of time. You take your time and you do it right, and it will last forever, or until fate and life itself ceases to say, okay, that's enough. Meaning until you die, that person dies, or you guys change your mind and decide to move somewhere else. You guys got to do the shit the proper way. Don't get into gangs to make quick money, because guess what? What happens when you get arrested? Yeah, someone may bail you out, but all that shit that you had saved up, guess where it's at? Lock up, bitch. Government's got it all back, which means you got to start from ground zero all over again. Just take the legitimate route, people. It's hard, and it really is at first. But once you get going, once you have the experience, yeah, it's still gonna be a little tough at times, but for the most part, it's generally straightforward, as it usually will be. Once you know how it works and how everything functions, it's as straightforward as m equal d equals mc squared. I mean, or whatever, that shit. It's that simple. It's that simple. I mean, this equals this, and this equals this. Done. And those are just the big points I'm talking about. Yeah, there's going to be a few little steps in between, but you get what I'm saying. Now, I'd like to point out that my computer is at 3% battery with 3 minutes to go. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be because that's been up for like 5 minutes now. So if this dies, it should auto-post. But if it doesn't, I have to start all over. So if this does post, just know that even if it does, I'm going to try and cut this video down, like do another one, but shorter. I mean, a lot shorter. So you guys can get every part of what I'm saying if you guys don't finish beyond this. And like within, I'm going to try and do it within like an hour tops. So I'm going to be trying to get some contact information from some higher up subscribed people, on YouTube, some of the like the 1 million and 2 million votes, I'm just going to give them a straightforward, request, hey, I'm just starting out. I ain't got nothing fancy going yet, but it'd be a big help if you should give me a shout out so I can get going on some things. Maybe give me some ideas, some recommendations on how to get going, just ask for help. That's all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Ask for help. And if you can't get it, then keep asking. Not necessarily the same person or the same resource, but ask around for help. Eventually, someone will have either some words that they can give you or directions on where to get the help or the help itself. Just ask for help. Doesn't mean you be a leech and keep asking people for help even if you don't need it, just to make things easier. But if you really need help, ask for it. Even though I don't necessarily believe in God, I do believe in this one saying for him. Ask and you shall receive, my child. Meaning, if you ask for something you really, really need, and people can tell you need it, he can tell you need it, you will receive it because it's something that you need to survive. Life has its mysterious ways. You ask and you shall receive. Just because you want it so bad that you feel you need it, like, oh my God, this new makeup would make my face look so much better. I need this. You don't need it. Vanity is not a need. Vanity is a request. Vanity is a want. I'm not gonna lie, I was an ugly motherfucker for a long time. Still kind of am. But I don't use chemicals at all. I mean, this was the first time I have ever dyed my hair in my entire life, and I'm not doing it again. I just wanted to see what I looked like with navy blue, midnight, blue strokes, that tint to my hair. So I tried it. Didn't work out so well. I never do it again. Once my hair goes back to my natural color, that's it. I'm done. I have never used any, hair steroids, to help my hair grow, or straighteners or curlers or nothing. Shit, when I was between the ages of 6 and 12, I didn't even comb my hair in the morning. I just let that shit grow out naturally. I had a total surfer fro. I mean, it was flat, like all the way up to here, all the way around, like a total dome, and then all around the end, I literally looked like I had a wreath going around my freaking head because it started to curl at the ends. Like fucking curly Q fry curls and fucking springs. I pull it straight and it pops back up into a curl. A lot of girls thought those were cute. I thought they were annoying because I kept trying to fucking pull them. I was like, stop. My mom does that shit all the time. It's annoying. They get mad at me because I'd always say, stop momming them. And they're like, I'm not momming you, bitch. They'd walk away. I'd be like, well, you said stop. Shit. I mean, I like sex. I like love just like any other man on the planet, any other being human on the planet. I crave affection, but a lot of times I'm so emotionally detached about life and all the things going through my mind that it's hard to find. You know, a lot of people out there, they have their problems, but a lot of times they're blown out of proportion. Me, you don't see me crying or cutting myself or drinking bleach, God forbid. This one chick was drinking out of a bleach jug on a live feed because she was so sad that this one dude turned her down for prom. Jesus fucking Christ, give me a break. So he told you no. The world's gonna end. Stop drinking bleach and go find some dude who's not just pretty, but will make you happy. That will treat you like a fucking queen. That's why fluffy guys are nice. Fluffy guys, they have a very low standard. But when they get a beautiful woman who rocks them in bed, no less, they will treat you like the queen of fucking England. I mean, kissing the ground you walk on, fucking, lick your damn shoes clean if you ask him to. I mean, that's how good a fluffy man will take care of you. Now, I'm not saying you ain't got to get no 200-pounder. That's personal preference, you know. But someone who's got a little meat on their bones, you know, or someone like me who's just done with life, you know, and I'm just I have my own personal issues. This right here. Find someone who has a low standard that will love his lover. I mean, really love his lover. I don't even care if we're not dating, you know, that kind of deal. I'm not trying to put myself out there, but I'm just saying, if we're not dating, it's just sex. Friends with benefits. Girls crave dick just like guys crave pussy. Guys, you guys may not believe it. Sometimes they can be total dykes about it, you know, but they do. Deep down, they do. You know, it's all on how you portray yourself to their primal desire. Just like guys, some guys don't like how girls, you know, get all primped and pram. You know, some of the guys like the innocent girls who cover everything up and get at least more to the imagination. Other guys like them to look like total sluts who would lick your asshole before sucking your dick. I mean, there's guys fucked up like that. There's guys who, I saw this one video on YouTube of this chick who's pranking guys on YouTube, and this dude was rubbing peanut butter on his chest, and she was sitting there, yeah, rub that peanut butter everywhere, messing with him. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this shit? What am I watching, like nerd porn? What the hell? What the fuck is going on? Like, wow, that is never gonna get out of my head. Okay, moving on. Click. Next video. I don't know if there's any gamers going to be watching this, but if you ever have any questions about certain games on PS4 or Xbox 360, please let me know, because I am thinking about doing a subscriber request research thing. So pretty much you ask me about a game and how to do a certain thing. I will look it up. I will give you multiple links, not just one, but I'll give you a couple different ways to do it if I can. And subscribe would be nice for whoever watches this. I really, really need subscribers. I need to start working my way up the YouTuber food chain, in one way to put it. I heard that once you get past a certain amount of subscribers, you start getting paid. Now, once that happens, I'll be able to get not only better equipment, I'll be able to get fun shit to do, you know, just like random shit. Like there's these one guys on here, like from, like kind of like the dude that was perfect kind of deal. And they get these giant ass frisbee, you know, Nerf toys, and they throw them over roofs and shit, and land them. Like there's one dude who got a big old Velcro target with big old Velcro Nerf, you know, football thing with the torpedo back. I mean, it was like the size of his body. He chucked it onto the golf cart where the Velcro pad was, and he stuck it on the golf cart as they were driving by the building from the roof. I mean, that was some pretty dope shit. I mean, it was spiraled perfectly too. So. You know, there's a lot of crazy shit like that. I might get into some stupid, you know, just stupid funny shit like that, because that seems to be what's, you know, getting subscribers nowadays. For those of you who are looking for guidance in life, like real guidance, like I want to hear this from somebody other than my parents, just to make sure it's legit information. Occasionally, I will throw in a kind of like a one-on-one kind of talk like this every now and then. Once I get more live watchers, I'll try and shit. I may even get to a point where, if people are within my area, and they seem pretty chill and they want to meet, I'll meet with them directly, face to face. Like, I will shake your hand in public and say, nice to meet you. Like, if I become famous, I'm not worried about paparazzi or nothing. I mean, Jesus, I'm not Queen Latifah or some shit. I'll walk up and be like, hey, how you doing? People start recognizing me from YouTube. That would be pretty cool. Even if it's like, hey, that's that weird kid talking about random shit on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. At least they know who the fuck I am. Like, shit. I mean, my own mother, I get one hug a day, tops. And it's usually just a side hug, just like a, hey, how you doing? She's more of a roommate than she is a mom. I mean, she'll, yell at me if I do something stupid, or say thank you if I clean the whole damn house, but any other human should do that. Thanks for cleaning the house. Now I don't have to worry about that. That's just respect. She respects me, but she doesn't mother me. And most people would be like, dude, that's a blessing. And my father's not around, so I really don't have any parents. I have pretty much raised myself since I was 15. My 15th birthday is when I started having to learn how to cook for myself, bathe myself completely. Like, I had to smell my own armpits instead of mom saying, come here, that kind of dealio. She really didn't have to do that when I was like 13 and 14 anyways, but I'd always ask her to make sure, because, I started getting girls and, everything else. You guys know what I'm talking about, that just in case, let's have mom verify, she's the female here, smell my armpit. Oh, that shit was torture for my mom. Not because it smelled bad, but because it was like every 5 minutes, make sure I'm not sweating before I go, okay, oh, I forgot one more thing, go grab the thing, come back one more time. Fuck. For crying out loud, Anthony, you're fine, just go. It's some good shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, ladies and gentlemen. My computer's gonna die, or actually, I might leave it on. Yeah, it's still kicking, but if it dies and this lows, just know that I warned you. It still says 3% with 3 minutes. I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but okay. So I'm doing this live feed here, and I don't even think there's still anybody watching. I don't even think anybody's watching right now. Yeah, no, 0 viewers. So for those who are watching, cool. If it's not showing up, if you are watching, cool. Thanks for watching. If my computer dies on me, that's fine, but it probably won't die for another 20 minutes. I mean, 3% for 3 minutes left, but it's been at that since 11:55 p.m. and it's 12:15 p.m. here, so it's been well over 3 minutes. So I think my computer's just being stupid, but yeah, oh well, shit happens. I'm done smoking now too. So that's good. That's good. And when you're not smoking, it actually screws on the top. So you unscrew it, and you pack the inside of it, and then you flip it over. I don't know if you can hear it. And then you just slide it in upside down. You can probably see the threads there. It's a nice little bowl. And it goes on like that. It's got this little knob. You twist it, screw it in so you don't lose it, so it stays connected. Unscrew it, and you flip it over, and it just sits right there on the top. So it's a nice little one. The mouthpiece is actually copper, I believe. I don't know if you guys can see the copper on it. I mean, the whole thing's that color on that band right there, but it's just because how the light looks. But yeah, I've also gotten into how people are like 3D printing, parts and shit, and like making these gadgets out of everyday household items and shit, like a voice changer, computer headphones, microphones and shit, and they're making like super hearing, like Batman shit, and I'm like, bro, these are some fucking geniuses. Like, what? Go ahead and next time you people get a chance, look up Superhero Armory or whatever by Mr. Intrigue. There it is, Mr. Intrigue. This dude literally made his own superhero suit with a flamethrower, a fucking super hearing. So my computer totally died. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here because it's charging, and I'm just gonna start a whole new live feed. But that was funny. My computer died, and I go to pull it up to see if it uploaded. It says I could continue, and I was like, ah, it was break time, not dead time. Okay. So that was kind of funny. I was like, huh. So I could just continue where I left off, but they're gonna notice the change of scenery, and I'm not smoking a pipe anymore. So, that's it. I'm laying. I just got this new like cot thing. It's like a camping pad dealio under here. This thing right here. It's a camping pad thing, and it's a little stiff because it's brand new, so I'm breaking that in. So I'm sleeping on the floor tonight like a little kid. literally talking in bed right now. It's something all really weird, but I honestly don't give a fuck. To each his own, you know. All of my thousands and thousands of books. But yeah, so goodbye, everyone. Captain Intrigue. Captain Intrigue, that's the guy with the superhero suit with the flamethrower, seeing the dark goggles, super hearing like Batman and shit, and all kinds of crazy shit like that. I mean, he makes it from just random everyday parts. I think he orders like, you know, like a little motherboard, you know, for circuitry and shit. But it's real simple stuff. If you know basic wiring, you know, just hook this wire up here. You know how to read instructions. If you know how to read instructions, it's usually fairly simple. I think for some of his more advanced ones, I think the only thing you need to know is TIG welding, which that's pretty much that hot pen kind of welding where you just kind of touch the metal with that little oversized screwdriver thing, and then it kind of melts it together. I know that's not how it works. Probably sound like an idiot to anyone who knows how to TIG weld, but that's what it looks like. Just so you guys know, when somebody's TIG welding on a video, that's what it looks like. It's that screwdriver looking thing with the wire coming out of the back, and they press it and you see the steam, and all of a sudden shit's welded together, and they're like, oh, it's like fucking magic. That's TIG welding. The only reason I could tell the difference between that and standard welding is because my cousin is a professional welder. So he's always like, that's not welding, that's TIG welding. Welding is when you get that big ass blowtorch and you start cutting metal and shit in half with a giant flame. And I'm like, oh, got it. I think that's what he said. How was that? No, it's torching. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. Alright, so if anybody wants to see how much more stupid I can get, go on to the next video of mine or the next live stream. I am going to just see how stupid I can look on the camera just for plain old shits and giggles. I'm probably also going to do some of my impersonations and facial expressions because, you know, I'm just... That looked weird. Why does it look like I have eyeliner on? Like, my eyelashes are so black. What the fuck? Too sexy. Facepalm. So, before I begin the next video, before even going on to another video, I will see everyone there. Please be safe. Remember what I said about all the mother-daughter talk shit, you know, all that kind of, all the parent. I parented everybody earlier about life and choices and shit, and I know you're gonna hate me for it, but remember that shit. I mean, it's so simple, so simple. So before I get distracted anymore, goodbye. Remember what I said on the video. Please watch.